My name is Wes Valdez. I live in Philadelphia, just outside, and what I do is I make art. Yeah. I try to approach art in a way that makes me happy. Sounds a little like ridiculous to some people, but I try to approach making as a way of, I guess it's just expressing myself, and I find that if I do it in a way that makes me happy, it seems to go correctly or go well for me. I think that I spend a lot of time just playing with the material. I like to work with a lot of different mixed materials. I don't really let any of it hold me back in any way. And I like to explore different processes and techniques and then figure out a way I can bring them together and make whatever I feel like making at the time. Well, yeah, and I think I also teach, and I think something I try to explain to my students is that there's a lot of pressure to make something beautiful or meaningful, important, and there's a certain amount of that is great to try to achieve, but in the end, if you're really not enjoying what you're making or if you're really not having a good time doing it, I feel like that is reflected in the work. So my work, I would say, is inspired by nature and how things grow and form. Whether it's a creature growing, like a caterpillar metamorphosizing, going through the metamorphosis, or whether it's like a salt crystal growing, or a plant growing, or fungus growing, or things decaying. I'm very interested in just the patterns of life and also the structures of materials. Yeah, and I think a lot of that comes from my love of fine detail and like watching things grow. I'm an avid gardener, so I love to watch my plants and my flowers grow every day. Like I'll go out and I'll check. I'm like, ooh, there's a new sprout. Ooh, and that just makes me so happy. And I try to take that feeling that I get from things growing, and I try to put that in my work. Yeah, absolutely. I have a lot of projects going, and it can be overwhelming, but if I use my time as well as I possibly can, not to do a lot. Like I try not to overextend myself, but I try to give myself a lot of projects to choose from. It allows me to, I don't know how to explain it, go back and forth, but on my own terms. I think a lot of times in the past, my work, I was really focused on one project only, and it would become work in a way that was not fulfilling.